this treadmill is having some electrical problems. It is starting when I press the start button, but after like 2 or 3 seconds it's stopping. I have removed its board, its PCB board, and I have checked, and there is no obvious sign of fault. All the components are looking good, and the board looks pretty well and done a visual inspection. So what I'm thinking is, I'm suspecting about this sensor. This is a magnetic sensor, which means that there is a I think people call this reed switch, which means it's having two contacts. It's an opening, normally open switch, which closes when it gets near to a magnet. So if you see this, if you observe this dial here, this, you're seeing here one magnet, and over here is another magnet. So this is gonna be placed here perpendicular to this dial, and it's gonna close whenever this switch is gonna close its contacts whenever it passes this magnet. But I have taken this to my lab and I have checked for with a magnet, with a multimeter. I have checked for continuity. It looks like it's dead. So I've ordered a switch from an electronic store. That is a tube-like switch, a reed relay. I'm going to show it here. This is the one. This works in the same fashion, but instead of 2 wires, it's having 3 wires, which means this is the common, and one of these pins is normally closed and the other one is normally open. So to do this job, I'm going to use the common contact and the normally open contact. What I'm going to do is, I'll cut this sensor off from here. So first identify which one is from here. I can get contact to the end of the cable over here, connector over here. I'm going to identify which one is having the common and which one is going to the other side of the switch, and in that fashion I'm going to solder this and test with this one whether it's going to work or not. I'll be back. Here's how I made the connect cable. This is the relay. I removed the old one and fixed this one. Unfortunately, that plastic tube, it was too small for this one. This is a little bit bigger. Diameter is a little bit bigger than the older relay. So I'm gonna snap in all the cables and give it a try. I have very much hope that it's gonna work, because inside that black plastic tube, the relay was exactly like this. The only difference is that it was having only a normally open contact. This is having 2 contacts, a closed one and an open one. So that's the only difference. I've chosen the open contact for this. So I'm going to connect it now. All the cables I'm going to snap in, and I'll give power to the treadmill. I'm going to make it run. Okay. So this one goes down here, just to separate from the motor. I'll put this wire away from the motor, and this one should go over here. This is the display cable. This will fit over here. This is the power cable. Will be snapped into this one, and we have one more over here. Alright, everything is connected except for the motor cables. This is the main power cable that's coming from the AC line. the live, it's neutral. I'll take the motor cable down here, identify the plus and minus. The plus, the red goes to the plus and the black one goes to the minus terminal. It's written over here on the PCB M plus and M minus. Now all cables are snapped in. I'm going to connect this one to the power. I'm going to get it. Plug. Okay, let's move over to the display. I don't have the magnetic switch for this one, so I'll have to press on with one hand. I'm going to press on here and I'll start to drive this one. Okay, start. Starts running. You can stop. Oh, I forgot to place the sensor near the. Actually, this is a good thing to show the symptoms of this one. When the sensor is bad, when it is faulty, this is how this treadmill behaves. Just after few seconds, like just now how it has happened, after 2 seconds it's gonna stop. It's a dead stop. There's nothing gonna happen. So let me show it again. Now the sensor, I didn't place the sensor where it should be, so it's just stopping. It's the same symptom I had with the previous sensor. So I hope when I place the sensor near to the motor dial, the pulley is gonna work. Okay, let me show it again. I'm gonna start. Hit start. That's it. Like 3 seconds it takes, and it stops. I'll move over there and I'll connect the sensor and give it a try again. Okay. Let me put the sensor where it has to be. I put it over here, but this is not nicely secured. If it works, I will secure it nicely with some glue or maybe some double-sided tape. I'll wrap it around it and I'll place it over here so it's not gonna move around. So it's time to test again. Okay. Let's go. See guys, this is the difference. When I replace the sensor, it's working perfectly. Now I'm gonna change the speed and check if it's gonna work the same way when I hit some buttons here. So I'm gonna increase the speed. I'm going to change the speed, check if it's going well with the different functions. I'm going to increase the speed. I'm going down. I'll release the button. So that's it. So this is working perfectly now. That the only problem was the speed sensor. So that means the PCB, this control circuit board needs a signal from the speed sensor to check what we are, whatever commands that we are putting in is running along that line, and the motor is at the speed that we have put at the speed that we have given to the controller. So I think it's checking whether it matches with the speed that we are putting in and what actually is happening on the side of the motor. So this is a very perfect fit. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll come with a new video soon. Thank you for watching.